What's up, family? Alright, so you know I got my own opinion, and I think it's the truth, because I'm most always right. So deal with it. And what I want to talk about right now is a big problem. People get all stuck on it, and let's get over that. So Wing Chun was invented by a woman, taught to a little girl. It's a girl style. There's a famous scene in a Jackie Chan movie where he's supposed to do switch the skirts, Drunken Master 2, and he's like, I don't do that, it's for girls. But switch the skirts is Bong Sao Wu Sao. If you put it down here, switch the skirts. But if you put it together, it's Bong Sao Wu Sao. So it's for girls. And guys are always like, I'm not going to do girls martial arts. And then, you know, the stories, like you might be sick and you're as weak as an old lady and all that. But it's also for boys. It's also for men. It's hard style too. And so we've got this division as if they have to be one or the other. It's a hard style. Hard men, right? That's what they told me. You want to learn to fight hard, get with some hard men and train hard. And I don't think girls do that though. So how do girls train hard? And how do men train soft and stay men? So, right? It's hard to see those other two. And I want to point out something that's obvious that people forget. People that came to Wing Chun came for the refinements. They did not come to Wing Chun as beginners. That was not the point of Wing Chun. It's not a beginner's martial art. And so it is lacking in beginner exercises. And so trying to use the advanced exercises for beginners has always been a problem. And then teachers will look for material, and in southern China, where did they get their material? From other Chinese martial arts. So you have this amalgam of Wing Chuns that are part Chinese martial art, part Wing Chun, right? And that's where you get the hard men stuff, and you start saying, there was never a nun, that was a cover-up, and those are great stories. I love them. But I'm talking about training and your state of mind. If you have a girl, maybe she wants to come in and man up. She wants the yang side of things. And so, you know, get her doing boxing, Lat Sao, right? She's not really interested in for a while, maybe. You get a guy that comes in, and he already knows MMA, and he's a big, tough brawler, and he can't figure out how he can't touch you, and he keeps getting chopped in the throat. And so you got to soften that guy up. He's got to come down and tap into his chi sao, right? And you can't say inner girl, because it's not a girl. It's the soft side, right? It's not the weak side. It's the soft side, right? Like water. Soft. That's a cliche. Both of those are true, man. Yin and yang is somewhere in the middle. And I came into Wing Chun in the 90s. WT, we did not have a technician. So all we had was Lat Sao. We had single arm chi sao, and then boom, boom, boom. Oh, bam, kicked in the nuts. That's it. You go rest. Next guy. Bam, punch in the nose. Cover your center line. So that is not how the nun taught the little girl, right? And to finish up on this here, what were these people doing in their lives? They were doing agriculture. They were chopping wood, digging holes, chopping brush, lifting things, pulling ropes, riding horses, conquering animals, slaughtering animals, dressing animals. They did all that stuff already. They needed to come in and work on some of these like esoteric, beautiful refinements of body. They needed to come in and relax, right? They're chopping wood all day. They need to come in and hit a heavy bag. But we don't chop wood all day, right? So we're already relaxed on the keyboard, and then we can't come in and do something like that, right? We might need to chop. Boom. Right? And then later, when you're my age, then maybe you might be like, oh, let's soften the chop. Let's get more of the yin. So I want to present some stuff that way. So don't get caught up in the male-female part of it. Because biologically, X chromosome, female. Y chromosome just makes a little testosterone and a couple other things. And then that's your cells, right? So you're all X chromosome, and the girls have 2 of them. I mean, so that female part is there. And your amount of testosterone is what gives you the yang part, which is funny, huh? Because they both have a Y, but keep that in mind. There may be an important reason the martial art is presented as a female martial art. And until you get it, why is that? Why is it the only one like that? Until you get that, maybe you're stuck with just doing kickboxing. You look at people that do martial arts, and over the period of our lives, we are training our training partners. So whatever we're doing, we're creating training partners to practice that. And then we have to start people at the beginning and bring them up to a training partner. And maybe it took me 20 years to get here, and then I'm like, all that stuff was a waste of time. But I'll start you here, and in 3 years, you've caught up to my 20 years. That's the beauty of martial arts. And then I now have a 20-year training partner in 3 years, and then the two of us can now take it to year 21. But until I get someone caught up with me, I'm stuck at year whatever. So I also break the martial art down in the 4 energies to control. We got the 5 distances, which we can call 4 distances. We've got the 4 forms that give you a flavor, and the 4 forms that give you your distances, 4 forms that give you the applications that you're going to do. And it's not always right, but it works really good. So you could do the Chum Q form with wooden dummy applications, right? You can do Buchi form down in Chum Q, which we're watching on the video right now on the Wing Chun group. You can do Sunim Tao is also Buchi, right? They're the same. That's a circle. And Chum Q is in the middle. These are ways of keeping track of stuff. And in comparison, the other families, they'll teach you all 6 forms right from the start, and then they'll teach you a whole bunch of more exercise forms, and they'll tell you a bunch of esoteric stories, which are great. And that's how you remember stuff, right? And I don't care whether the story is true anymore, but you should hunt down those truths, find those flaws and fallacies. That's all beginner, intermediate, advanced stuff. I got other things to deal with. I turned 50 in a couple months. In this 6 form package, you get all 6 forms one after another. And then you get applications and you get all this stuff. And it's, 5 years in, a WT and Iron Dog might still be working on Chum Q after 5 years in, probably still doing just the first 2 forms. But we're going to give them applications that they need. We have lots out to fight. So they might be stuck in Chi Sao Section 1. There's a lot to do in Chi Sao Section 1. And then they need an application that's from Section 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. They need an application. We're going to find that as a Lot Sao thing or a self-defense thing. One style gives you all 6 forms, all the applications, and then you learn them. You learn to do them all. The other 3 all at once. And then there's no difference. When you look at someone in that varieties, we're just watching one right now. You look at that Chum Q, and it looks like all the forms. And so the WT style forms are done in a technical way. Only do a move once. Each of the kicks 1 time. Sometimes you might repeat to go the other direction. Sometimes you might repeat because it's the only move you got behind you. Sometimes you might repeat 3 times because there's 3 concepts. I'm still recording? Oh, praise God. That sounds good. All right.